It's a right one.
Because we always kind of want to.
Common name.
No.
Right, I remember that.
You go to Stanford, you might go to
Isn't that the way it is? It's not a dream.
Yeah, you saw that?
So has his name. Everybody here? Okay, this is Patrick Soupy's office. It still has his name on the door. Up until a few months ago, it had a lot of his stuff in there, kind of an archaeological dig, you know, like the city of Troy or something, and you go down levels and find things. But there was always, you know, how does this relate to that was always the question. How does this book on statistics relate to this book on political trends in Southeast Asia or something? I mean, he had everything in there and had such a wide-ranging number of interests. So, and that's where he hung out for about 52 years or so, because he didn't get control of this building for a few years before he came to Stanford. It takes him even some time to get everything. Now, over there is a room that I can't show you into, but it has old copies of the tech reports and huge numbers of those things. Fortunately, they've all been scanned and are online. So, but that is about it. Nancy, did you have anything else to show people?
Yeah, I was going to say that up until, I don't know, end of October, a couple weeks before he died, he was still coming up the steps, no elevator in this building,
Wow.
at least several times a week for a few hours, and sitting in his office and still meeting with people, and everything was the same.
Yeah, he had a large group of people doing brain research actually toward the end, and they're still going. And they had about 15 of them, and some of them are still in constant rooms here.
Yeah,
So-
if anyone wants, before they go downstairs, to peek around the corner, Bob and I still have our names on an office. I'd be happy to show my
Picture of
office.
that.
No, I can't get in there. Actually, it may be empty now. The last time I saw it, it had been cleared. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to go out to the back door through the kitchen. Look at the old sink there, which has not been removed.
Another
Yeah?
original, yeah.
It's an artifact of the 1920s, I think.
Well,
You know where you're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got my frogs on the wall. It's got
old style change names.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that is.
I don't know if you've ever seen that, no. Okay, well,
For a while,
I
I
don't
was
know.
eating every day.
Whoa.
Yes, this is my office, frogs, pictures, window. It's a fairly typical Ventura office. Yeah, so we're still here.
Wow.
Bob making copies of his old videos.
DE.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of.
I don't know if he actually used that moviola to do it.
That is classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The office is.
You know what a moviola is, Henry? Well, if you don't, now you do. That's a moviola.
Was that chair here?
Oh, that's mine.
That's
I
yours?
love
Is this one of the things we...
You like to be on the ball.
That's right. You put the film strip over.
Yeah, and
You
if
put it here, and then you roll it through this device and this little viewer, and then you kind of crank it.
And if you see something you don't like, you just cut it out.
That's right.
Yes,
But this is really for viewing. There's no splicer here.
we're working on it.
Not that I can see. There might be a splicer built into there. I don't know for sure.
Why is it turning?
Bob thinks about it.
Please.
Because there's nothing on it.
Because there's nothing.
Is there any pictures of you and Pat?
We put these up a couple of years ago before I got with better feed.
There's whales.
You know how you go on a cruise ship and they take these pictures and put cheesy stuff around the borders and stuff? Yeah.
A couple of people from there will be making their time.
Last person out, shut the door back there.
And turn on the lights.
Last person out, shut the door and turn off the light.
Uh,
Didn't Ron Fortune try to do something with that?
Educational program and gifted youth. Yeah, we tried. We,
Ron actually made the big sale in Memphis with that.
Yeah.
Ron's work in selling for that had not happened, it would have not been anything like it was in success. Ron's a great salesman. And great
I
dancer.
was back here as head music at UGY. I was
Trying my best.
watched Bob.
Out through the kitchen into the back. Pass the same.
Years and years of coffee, though.
Well, my grandmother had a sink like that, but it was cleaner.
Yeah.
Or not as worn out.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Looks like the old farm sink.
Oh my gosh.
They don't make ones like that.
No, they don't. Oh my. It's original.
Yes, it's still the same thing. Probably had some of the odor in the building where I am. Same kitchen
Splitting into
exactly.
two groups here.
Amazing. Oh, okay, I'm following.
Okay. You all get the same thing. Hey, look at the cabbage. That's also original.
He had been the TA for philosophy 161 forever. And
I like your dress.
He's a eternal grad student, so nobody
How are you?
questioned him. He did forever. However, he surprised everybody by actually getting
His
stage
tour started like 20 minutes
and they
early.
realized, but wait,
Going through the building
who's
anyway.
going to TA the class? They had
Kept
like,
myself
it was
shaken.
like a week before collecting So,
No one
I
even
would
thought
take-
of it because
problem
he'd
is
never
you,
done
like,
it before.
clean off
that's
every
right.
side of this,
And so then
and then it just starts bleeding again. You kind of have to let it do its thing.
how he really started
Okay, now a couple of
working with the
things.
crew.
A couple of things to see here. When this was where it used to be, and I'll show you where it used to be, a couple blocks away. It was turned 90 degrees, and there was a building behind it called Casita, a little tiny building. Leah Roberts had her office there, and there was a second floor walkway through to that.
The hallway we went
Hallway
down.
on the second floor to Casita. They tore down Casita. So instead, this was opened. About 10 years ago, Pat Suppies gave them the money to build that, which is Nora Suppies Hall. And it was because of the but one of the things you notice about it is that it has every office in there. Every office in there has light. And that was Pat Suppies' design at the Erasmus Aerospace building and also at the Hanson Way building and at the Lawrence Station Road. He always thought that everybody ought to have their own private individual office with a window. He always believed that. And of course, it got subverted in time. Everybody
What did he
jammed
think
them.
of the new style with little, everybody at one long table with little facing each other? With
I never asked him about that. I think he would hate it.
Yeah,
But you know, that's
so I'm not alone.
well, he also wasn't keen after telecommuting. He thought that people needed to work together and interact together and so on. But he liked the idea of people going into the private space of their office to work, but then having public spaces where they could interact. It's kind of the thing. Now, so we can walk back here and see that effect. And this is now used by the online high school and the like. Alex will know more about that than I do. And this is called Patrick Suppies Court, which they put here a few years ago. And he designed this kind of Italian courtyard here with the trees and everything. That was also his design.
The online high school has their graduation. Oh, we're not anymore.
We had it in the alumni
So
center.
take a look around here for a minute. Alex, can you tell us something about what's going on back here now?
Yes. The administration folks are all up in here for the online high school. That means people like the registrar, the billing people, the counseling, that. And that actually continues over here. IT is down here, and not a big group, but a group. Humanities people are up there. One of the, I guess you could call it a continuation of the old model, is that newbies, first-time teachers, have to be on campus all the time, or have to be on campus every day. I wouldn't say all the time. But after that, you cannot be on campus. You still have to come on campus no matter what, like 2 days a month, to get that sort of interaction.
How many people in the high school? How many kids?
So the online high school currently has about 600 students. We teach between 7th grade and 12th grade. The students come, let's see, we've got about 50 instructors that cover this material. It's a fully accredited high school, so students get a diploma that says Stanford on it. Of those 600, I'd say about half of them, 30%, or half of them, 300 of them are full-time students. That means they